boy. Oh boy, you already know. Welcome to 2-Day Rentals. Today we are checking out Batman the Animated Series on the Game Boy, released by Konami in 1993. And why, you may ask? Well, there's a couple of reasons. One, we have a new Batman movie coming out this year, which I'm actually very excited about. Who knows if it'll be good or not. We'll get into that another time. But the other reason is because the Analog Pocket was just released, and I missed out on the first round of pre-orders of that, which is fine, because it gives me time to come back and check out some Game Boy games that I'll potentially want to play on there. Because, as great as all this is, playing through emulation and on a much larger screen, I just really feel like sometimes handheld games are meant to be experience on a handheld, and I just can't wait to get my hands on that sucker. I do have one pre-ordered. It will be showing up sometime around 2025, I believe, maybe 27 at the latest, but it's okay. By then, I will have a very long list of not only Game Boy games, but Atari Lynx, Game Gear, you name it. So, I'm not going to start exploring all those catalogs right now. I'm just going to kind of start with the Game Boy, because out of the box, that's what we know it'll play. And hell, by the time I get mine, they'll probably have a second version coming out, and they can also play DS games. So, who knows? But I'm excited to check this one out. I don't know anything about it. When I was grabbing the box art, I was, you glance at things, and it looks like it got decent reviews. Here's the thing. Konami, 1993, Konami in the mid-late 80s to let's just say Konami 1993, I don't know when it started or exactly when it ended, but I do know that this is whenever they were just really pumping out some good stuff. So I'm expecting good things, so let's check it out and see. Batman the Animated Series on the Nintendo Game Boy. I've played Batman the Animated Series, I believe, on the Super Nintendo, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know how this compares to that. It's always interesting to see if they try to just take the console versions of these and cram it onto a cart, or if they go along and they kind of reinvent it a little bit. Alright. We got Jump. We got Punch. We got Pause. By the way, if my camera focusing on me goes kind of in and out of focus, so if it doesn't focus, I apologize. I know that can be a bit disorienting. I'm trying to work through a few little technical issues, but I think I may have it nailed down. I'm monitoring it, but it looks like it's kind of like wow, wow, wow. So I'm just doing a small little, dare I say, let's play. Just testing this game out, and I will be revisiting some other Batman games on the Game Boy in this little series. They won't be full playthroughs because I have not played any of these, and I don't want to obviously sit and do a full playthrough on all the different Batman games on the Game Boy right now. But maybe on a live stream here soon. Okay, so what I like to do a lot of times, because I do know that this is sort of a beat-em-up platformer, action platformer type game, I like to get a feel for how the jump mechanic's going to work. And I just have a feeling in a Batman game we're going to be jumping a lot. So what I actually kind of do is set up two different boundaries, and you may be able to see it's those columns right there, and I pretend as if this wasn't there. And the reason I do that, I test sort of the floatiness, I guess I could say, or the tightness of the jump, or lack thereof. And this one has a bit of floatiness, but you get a little bit of control, and that little movement you see there can make or break when it comes to platforming, how you can land a jump. If I can make it just a slight adjustment in midair, then, that's a good sign. Okay. Punch. Okay, up punch looks like it blocks. I can crouch and punch. There's no back punch. Select. So those may be like batarangs, or maybe some sort of weapon. Oh. Okay, cool. So up Up and jump in the grappling hook. And then I can also do that in midair. Cool. Oh! Okay. Don't collect the bears. This isn't like one of those European-style platformers. No knock on it, they're fun. A lot of those are kind of collecting things. You know, you collect little treasures. They're lots of fun. Think of what's one that's similar to that? That's actually a lot of fun. I can't. My mind's. I was up really late last night setting up this new capture device that I got, and it was giving me fits. But you know, as it is, it was all user-induced. Punch. I'm hitting the wrong button. Okay. I get a little scrolling down there. I'm assuming that's supposed to be like the river, sewer water. So, okay. Oh. Okay, cool. So you can punch there. I thought you needed to collect those. Ah, okay. I mean, look, the first 3 minutes of this game, I dig. Oh, look at that. Awesome. That's awesome. And it may not seem like a big deal, but I'm telling you, I've played enough Batman games to know there's going to be platforming and double jumps and things like that. So the fact that you can wall jump is great. Oh boy. Very cool. Alright. So let's see if we can't maybe make it to a boss. Or the second stage. Or I'm not sure how this game is laid out. Maybe it's like open world style. It never ends. Huh. Very cool. So you... Nice. So let's remember these little eye-shaped platforms. It looks like you can drop down and jump up through. Okay. So if we see those, then there's a good chance that maybe it'll lead to something. But also not. That's one of the things I love about these old platformers. It's just exploring. And one of my absolute favorite games like this action platform hybrid kind of beat 'em up side-scrolling action shooter beat 'em up platformer is Terminator for the Sega CD, which I love that game so much I've even considered like speed running if it's even a thing, and I'm sure that it is. If it's not, then it'll be really easy for me to get a world record, right? I'm sure that it is. People speed. I never had any interest really in speedrunning. I think it's cool that people can do that, but I just thought, man, do I really want to play a game that much? And I think a game like that, I probably would. And if you haven't played it, you'll know why when I show you. And if you have, then you probably already know why. But it's Terminator for the Sega CD. It's a very unique onto itself version. It's gold. It's honestly one of my favorite games of all time, and that's no joke. I mean, I've never sat down and made a definitive list because my mind changes too much. There are certain games that are somewhere from 1 to 10 or 1 to 20 or 1 to 5. I don't know if it's top 5. I would definitely say it's top 10 somewhere, and that's a rotating list. Maybe one day I'll attempt to torture myself and come up with it. Yeah, it looks like the camera is doing a little kind of wonky thing with the focus, but that's okay. We'll live. You shouldn't be paying attention to my face anyway. Nothing to see there. Boy, get that life bar up. Let's go, baby. Haven't died yet. Impressive, I know. But, you know, here's the thing. You know, we were talking about Konami a second ago. Look, I don't know what it looks like in the world of Konami and those meetings, those creative meetings. Like, hey, where are we taking this franchise? What are we doing with this? Should we reboot this? What are we doing? And I'm not even sure how many of those games Konami's directly related to as far as like the rights are concerned. But what I do know is that you've got several franchises that could really use like a little something. Silent Hill. A new Silent Hill. A new Castlevania. A new Metal Gear. Even though we just had one, I mean, not too long ago, but even if it's, I don't know, something. These are classic franchises, in my opinion, that are kind of just like, have sat stale for a while. So, and I'm sure there's reasons beyond what we know, but I don't want to see them just get into this NFT market or just create pachinko machines and slot machines with some of this stuff, or mobile games. You know, so they've done a few things, but nothing that I think that the real fans want to see, but I could be wrong. Even though that pachinko game looks pretty good. The Silent Hill one, that's pretty cool. Oh, full health, let's go. Oh, I got these batarangs. Wait, I don't? Or maybe it was a heart. Well, ain't that some stuff? You know, I gotta say, yeah, I'm always impressed at what, here we go, I guess I need to pick these up. I'm always impressed at what, control-wise, let's just keep it about controlling games on a system like the Game Boy. You got two buttons, 4 with start and select, but they've really, you know, in this game, for instance, okay, so you have jump, and you have punch. Oh, shit. Punch. Select changes to your batarangs. But up and jump does your little grappling hook, and then up and jump again retracts you up the grappling hook. So it's a great way to, oh my goodness, it's a great way to be able to incorporate a lot of different things, but using a different sort of sequence of buttons, which I think is really cool, because you only had 2 to work with. And for some systems, that really plagued them. Like the Sega Genesis, you know, with only 3 buttons, man, even an extra 4th button would have been helpful. They did the original Genesis and Mega Drive controllers didn't even have shoulder buttons. And it works for a few games, but man, it really, really takes away from the experience when it comes to fighting games or maybe like strategy games and RPGs. Heck, even platformers. Because I could see, you know, if this game was maybe on the Super Nintendo, let's say, you may have a dedicated button for your grappling hook. But when you don't have that to work with, it can limit you. And we saw that happen a lot when they started moving into the 3D realm. And especially with systems that weren't really built to do 3D. It's like, how do we now map these controllers to do this? So I'm always impressed whenever games can get it right, so to speak. And this one seems to get it right so far. I'll take it. Where are we at? 9? All day. Oh my gosh. In the back of the head. These things will play around. Oh. Good spot. Jump. No! That's frustrating. Hey, you know what? I'm digging what I'm playing so far, right? We'll keep pressing on a little bit further, and we'll see if we can maybe get to a boss or maybe another board, another area. But so yeah, this is pretty fun. And when I get my shiny new analog pocket in the next century, I'll look for this one. And I'm sure by then, it'll be very expensive. Maybe we'll just get an EverDrive. That may be the ticket. I think I went about that the entire wrong way. Speaking of speedrun, this is speedrun right here. World record. You know what? It makes me curious now, like... Oh, cool. We can go through there. It makes me curious now, like, what all games have, like, speedrunning records. I'm sure just about everyone does. Because you gotta think, if one doesn't, then... Maybe even you could be the champion of a game that doesn't have a speedrun rate. Maybe you just don't know that you are already. And this could be the case. Maybe right now I'm on world record pace. I mean, if it hasn't been documented, that's what always is kind of slippery about those situations, right? I mean, I know there's official people that take care of that, but I guess it can get dicey. All right. I'm glad I did that. I wasn't even really trying to do that. Okay. Little area here. I've got basically full health. Oh. Konami. Don't tease me like that. It's okay. Konami game, 93 at this point, so we're not that far removed from, like, Castlevania on the NES. Especially like Castlevania 3. Let me punch the candle and let a big hunk of meat fall out of there. A pork chop or turkey leg. I always think of turkey leg. Konami. Konami. Oh, man. That'd been a cool little Easter egg. Had they have done that. Nice. Alright. We got our... Wait a minute. So if you die, you get your items taken away. But they restart you in a decent spot. So I guess not all is bad. Alright. Ooh. Let's see. I'm not... This is total experimentation here. I ain't believing this is working. Is this what I'm supposed to do? That's why I can't wait to stream with all of you lovely people out there. So if you played this, you could be chiming in on the chat. Like, no, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Ever seen Mr. Mom? I love that movie. I love Michael Keaton. He is the best Batman. He is the best Batman. Just my opinion. If you disagree, let me know. Please. Oh, okay. That's it. I mean, at this point in time, just turn the game off. How do I get over there, though? Oh, sweet. So that opened up. So I had to do that. Haha. I'm going to write the strategy guide for this game. I just want to punch a candle. Just let me punch a freaking candle, Konami. I want to. How you gonna not have that? Oh. You know what? I'm gonna take you out too, just cause. Think you get away? No siree, Bob. Alright. Let's see where this takes us here. Right back where we started, I guess. I spoke too soon. Maybe I'm not writing the guide to the Batman animated series game for the Game Boy. Dang it, I really wanted that job. No! Come on. Alright. Oh, there we go. I'm not gonna bother. I mean, if I was playing through this for realsies, I got a little quiet there. It's in it. I'd be exploring every corner, and maybe there's really nothing there. Doesn't look like there is, because that's the way I could have gone. And maybe there's not really anything there, but I always love to explore. That's what's so great about games like this, is just exploring. And you know, it's not nothing new. There's plenty of games now, like Elden Ring's coming out soon. Talk about exploring. Oh my gosh. I'm afraid. I'm so nervous because I'm just afraid that's all I'm gonna play. And that seems such a sad state of affairs to say that, but it's true. Oh no. There it is. Wow. Pro gamer status. Punch the damn candle! He's not gonna let me. No? I'll tell you this much. I'm not falling back down there. Oh, okay. Gotta Air Jordan this thing. Weak. Pro gamer. It's gotta be a boss. Oh, this is the Joker! Oh my god. Already? And they move? Oh, come on. Oh, come on, man. All right, well, that's going to be, I think, it for right now, but that got real intense. Let's continue and see where it drops me off. Oh, let's give it one more go. Sorry, I just had to. I don't know why I'm apologizing. No batarangs. Yeah, I'm just not feeling the not feeling the rhythm of it necessarily. Okay, got a hit on him. Oh, come on. Got another hit. Oh. Oh, it's getting intense. No! All right. Well, hey, it was a good attempt because I got at least 3 hits on him. But I think once I figure out the rhythm, I'll be able to kick his ass. Hey, look at that. High score. New record. So listen. Batman, the animated series on the Game Boy. I'm going to be playing a lot more of this. And I definitely will find a way to acquire it when I get my analog pockets. So put it down there. 2 Day Rentals definitely recommends this. If you're a fan of Batman, if you're a fan of Batman the Animated Series, if you're a fan of video games, if you're a fan of handheld video games, or if you don't know if you are, if you like what you've seen here, then obviously it may cater to you. But all in all, really good game. And this is what I'm talking about. I know there's a whole library of Game Gear games, Atari Lynx games, Game Boy games that I haven't even scratched the surface. If you know of some of those, let me know. Leave a comment down below. Tell me your favorite Game Boy game that I must check out, your favorite Game Gear game that I must check out. There's a Batman game on any system that you're like, hey, I'd love to see you give this one a whirl. Give me your opinion. Let me know. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification button so you can keep up to date of all the fun stuff that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing Let's Plays. I'm going to be doing live streams. Maybe some unboxings, because I don't keep anything in the package, really. Some reviews, movie merchandise breakdowns of films and video games. Man, all of it. All that fun stuff that we love to collect. So thank you so very much for tuning in and watching this little Let's Play. And I hope to see you back here real soon. And let's build 2 Day Rentals together.